Alright guys, so welcome to today's video. In today's video, I would like to continue our work on this Kaidou drug model right here, and in today's video, we will create the fly system. And this one is going to be a little bit more complicated because I have done one fly system so far in my life, and we'll see how this is going to work out, but it should work. So let's go inside of this client script. Let me quickly explain my ideas for this fly code. So obviously, when it comes to flying, we have to use body movers. So those body movers will make sure that we first of all are floating. So this works via body position, and the way on how we are going to move from one position to another is going to work with body velocities. And that's basically it. We also might need a body gyro to adjust the direction we are going to head to. And the body velocity is going to make us move, and the body position is going to make us stay on the position later on. And that's basically it. So let's try to do this. So what we need to do inside of this Dragon client is that we have to add a variable which is going to turn to true when we equip, and which is going to turn to false when we unequip. So this one is basically just going to represent whether we are currently whether we have this tool equipped or not. Next thing we want to do is that we want to refer to the user input service, and we want to check when an input has begun. So basically input began means you have pressed the key and that's it. So it does not tell you whether you have left the key, whether you're holding it or something else. It just describes the moment when you have pressed the key. So the first argument is input, so the input we have done. The second one is game processed event. So game processed event describes the case when you have done an input while interacting with other in-game elements, such as the chat, such as GUIs. And we of course want to make sure that our input was not done while interacting with these, because we want to check when an input has been done on purpose. And when you interact with those in-game elements, then you have obviously not done it on purpose. So we want to exclude this case. So if not GPE, then we want to continue. Now the next thing is that we have to check for the input. So input key code and then key code W and E then. So this one should be obvious. So W is the key to move forward, and this second requirement checks whether E is E. So E, so this requirement right here is the same as E equals true. So means equipped. So when our input is W and our tool has been equipped, then we want to continue. And we could even set up a wait. Let me actually set up a table right here. Wait. Let's actually get rid of this one. So A and D. So left and right. Okay. So if E, then for IV in pairs, there do if I equals input, input key code, then script dragon remote via server V. So let me actually print this out. So print what? Okay. I'm going to be explaining this. Once I've made sure that this actually works. Here we go. Okay, it does work. Very good. Very good. Okay. Okay, so let's go inside of here. So what I've done is that I have set up a table which has an index and which has a value. And the index always describes the key codes for our keys which are relevant for us in terms of flying. So W, A, and D. So W is to fly to the front, A is to fly to the left, D is to fly to the right. And what we're doing down here, so I have, or I could have created multiple if statements, which always check whether the input key code equals W, A, or D. And then I could have, just fire server this remote event depending on what kind of key we have. But I've done it this way, so this is like automated. So I could continue adding some other keys inside of here, but I'm obviously not going to because we only have 3 relevant keys right here. But this is automated, so we are just checking whether this tool is equipped, and then we are going to loop through this thing called dire. So this is an acronym. It basically stands for direction. So we are going to loop through the table. I stands for the index, V stands for the value, and we are comparing whether one of those keys was clicked or was used. And if that's the case, then we want to fire server the direction or the value which is connected to the key. That's basically it. So it is nothing that special. Yeah, so we should add one more value. So this one is called C. And this one is going to make sure that you're not able to click multiple keys at one time. So you're only able to fly into one direction at once. Otherwise, it would be too complicated. That's the first thing. Now let's go inside of this Dragon server script and let's add another if statement. So else if what is front, then. So if it is front, then we want to check if there is this body position inside of our humanoid root part, because this body position is important for us to stay at where we are. And as I've told you, we want to fly via body velocity, but if we have this body position now, we are unable to move from our place. So we have to get rid of the body position first, and then add the body velocity inside of it, and then have the body velocity inside of our character until we have let go of the W key. And that's basically the way to do it, So what about this one? So how can I make this now work? Okay, yeah. Does work. Okay, so I have to get rid of it. So that's like the only way to do it. Okay. So then we are going to destroy the body position. We are going to create a body velocity. So instance new body velocity. We're going to put it inside of the humanoid root part of our character. And we want the max force to be at, math huge. So as always, math huge, math huge, math huge. And we want the velocity to be at the look vector, so the direction our humanoid root port is looking. To root port, C frame, look vector multiplied with 100. Let's see if this works. There we go. Alright, so it does work, but it does not fly towards the direction we are looking at. Well, it does, but not really. So we're currently looking at that direction, you know, so it is going to fly towards that one. The problem is just that once we turn to this side, for example, we cannot expect the body velocity to make us fly towards that direction because, you know, so that's just the way we have scripted it. So it does not work, or it will not work. At least not yet. So what we could do, wait. So what we could do, or let's just do it this way first of all. So input ended. So that's the opposite case. So when the input or when the key has been let go of, then we want to continue. So we want C to be true. So that's a requirement. So of course this has to happen in order to continue here. And let's add a remove to this argument. So front remove, left remove, and right remove. And that is because we want to remove the fly body movers inside of here. So we're not going to look for a body position, but for a body velocity. We want to remove it. We want to add a body position instead. So and we'll remove this one because this adds some additional position to it. And but we want to stay at the at place, so we only want this additional position right here when we start from the bottom. It's basically when we want this. There we go. So as you can see, it has stopped, and now it does not. Wait. Okay. Now it does fly into that direction. I was just looking at. So the problem is that we need a body gyro, which adjusts the you know, so the direction our dragon is looking at. So we need to do that, obviously. So let me also have bg, so instance.new body gyro. C humanoid root port. So the problem is that I don't use body gyro that often, so I really have to check the properties of it. So I've used it in my Gear 5. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, so that's basically what I needed. So those are the settings for body gyro. So they make the body gyro be as we want, or as we want it to. Now the problem is that we have to adjust the C frame, and we're going to do that via client, because I've used that on one of my games several years ago and it worked. So the problem is that we need the mouse position, you know, and we're not able to fire the server script the whole time when our mouse changes. That's the reason why I decided to make this thing client-sided. So remote, wait, script, parent, dragon remote, fire client, player, bg, just, there we go. Okay, wait. So let's go back inside of here. And let's do this client event. So script, parent, dragon client, no, dragon, no, not parent, wait, script, dragon remote, on client event connects function. So excuse when I sound a little bit different, tired, whatsoever. I currently have 2 a.m. so I wanted to do this video for you. Although it is 2 a.m., I don't care. So this on client event works the same way as our on server event. It only has the difference that this one is client sided and this one is server sided, but this would, and you know, also all of those arguments, they work the same way almost. So if workspace wait for child player game players local player name humanoid root part find first child body gyro. So while this body gyro exists, we want to adjust the position of it. So C frame. Now we want this to look into the direction our mouse looks at. Now I've also come up with some code for it in my Pika video. Yeah, there we go. So that's basically the position we need. So this one is going to be our humanoid root parts position. This one is going to be the mouse's position. There we go. Let me check if this works. Dragon Remote is not a valid member of. My God. Oh my God. Okay, yeah. So the only problem now is that we are not able to change the direction while we are flying. So that's like the only problem we still need to take care of. But apart from that, everything seems to work. So we of course have to add an animation as well. Okay. So there's probably like one easy way for this. And that is to, where is it? To wrap this inside of a loop. Oh, wait. Okay. Come on. So while the body velocity exists, so There we go. Now it does work. Now it does work. All right. All right, all right, all right. We could actually leave out the A and the D key, because I don't really see the point in having them. So let me get rid of this. And you're actually like almost done. So what we could add now as well is that we add an animation to all of this stuff. So let me animate something. So make sure that it is looped and at all of them. So we have to change this somehow now. Okay. Yeah, now the difficult part is to make it look, no, to make this one, to make this part, for example, down here, and this one as well, while putting the other ones up. So I hope that you get the idea I'm trying to do. So this is our animation, even if it looks very, very weird. So make sure that the animation priority is set to action. Then publish to ROBLOX. Okay. So let me put the animation ID down here. And let's copy, no, let's clone this animation. Let's put the ID inside of here. And, well, yeah. So let me loop through this animation track. So see Kaidou dragon animation controller get playing animation tracks. Do V stop. Apply. So we are now, so sees our character, Kaidou dragon is the dragon, and the animation controller is this one. We are loading this animation. We are referring to this fly animation, and we are playing the animation track which we received by doing this operation. So we are basically just playing the animation at the end. So what we're doing up here is that we are looping through some kind of table, you know, which contains all of the currently playing animations of this animation controller, so of our Kaidou dragon, and we just stop them. So we stop all of the playing animations of our dragon before making our fly animation play. So that's basically what those lines right here do. And we have to do the same when it comes to front remove. So we have to stop all of the animations right here. And we have to make the idling animation play. So idling, there we go. And let's check this out. Let's see how this is going to work out. Okay. Kaidou dragon, wait for child fly. So I was not able to find this instance right here. And that is because this, once again, is not the one which is inside of the replicated storage. That's the problem. So yeah, so that's it. So we have now made this dragon right here fly. So the animation is probably not the best one, but it is pretty decent. So, you know, so building a dragon, rigging it. Of course, I did not rig it, but someone else did. So shoutouts to Axe again. So rigging this thing and scripting it is not that easy, you know. So this is pretty decent. So that's pretty okay right here. All right. So one last thing I want to do has to do with dragging delete. So we want to check if there is a body gyro inside of our humanoid root part before deleting it. So we have to get rid of the gyro as well. Yeah. So let's see if we are able to use this dragon and then unequip the tool without any problems. So let's see if this works. And there we go, it does work. time to index null with C-frame. Yeah, so that's the part where wait, I can explain this, but this error basically can be ignored in this context because it does not really harm the script in any way, so you're still able to use the script, as you can see. So no, wait, it does it. Oh my god, it does harm the script. Wait, you still have the body velocity inside. But why? Oh yeah, because wait. Ah yeah, wait. Because we also have to add a check for the body velocity right here. So the problem was that I have equipped the tool, I have held W, and usually when you hold W, the script is used to the user to let go of the W key to get rid of this body velocity. The problem is that we have held the W key and we have unequipped the tool, so without letting go of the W key. And that's the reason why the body velocity was not removed, because this process right here did not happen. So in order to get rid of it, we have to make sure that there is no body velocity inside of the humanoid root part. And if there is, then we want to destroy it. Yeah. And you can ignore this arrow down here. So the arrow is inside of the local script. I can quickly show you this. So the arrow probably has to do with this thing. So, so this is like some kind of loop which runs and runs and runs. And we will destroy the body gyro someone. And when it has been destroyed, the loop will at least once try to run this code, although the body gyro is destroyed. And because it is destroyed and because it cannot access the body gyro, it will give out this error once before understanding that there is no body gyro and that it has to move on. So because this loop right here, it is created to work until the body gyro is destroyed. And when you destroy the body gyro while being in line 53, for example, you still have to run this line, although your body gyro is destroyed, and then you move on, and then you see that the body gyro is destroyed, and then you exit the loop. So that's basically how you could imagine the process behind of this, and the reason why you receive an error. But yeah, so this is basically it, guys. So this is our fly system. So let me try and unequip. So what happens? Okay, nothing happens, so I'm able to walk around normally. So okay, that's basically it. So one more thing, if you want to increase the speed of your flying right here, then you have to play around with this thing. So instead of having 100, you can have 200. Let's see how fast Kaidou now is. Yeah, so he's pretty fast now, as you can see. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so that's it for the video, guys. I hope that you have enjoyed it. So leave a like, subscribe, share this video to all of your friends, leave me feedback in the comment section, guys. Take care and see you in the next video.